Today, what have you then is an informational video regarding Destiny 2 and some more information we got from this week at Bungie. We got nerfs, we got armor sets, we got a bunch of stuff. So, you know, strap on and okay, no, strap on. That didn't sound right. Okay, put your seatbelt on and let's go. So, first thing, I'm going to go over the most important stuff in this. You know, there is some other stuff here and there, but the most important stuff then. First thing, we're talking about Crucible and how it's going to change October 1st. As you can see on screen here, we got an image of the director, and there's what they have to say about it. When Shadowkeep launches, your Crucible director will look a bit different. Here's a quick rundown from the director's cut. And they said we remove quick play and competitive nodes from the director. If you're looking for experience like quick play, we've added classic mix, a connection-based playlist like quick play today. Classic mix includes control, clash, and supremacy. Competitive is replaced by 3v3 survival, which now awards glory. We've also added survival solo queue playlists that also awards glory. We've added 6v6 control as its own playlist. With the potential influx of new players this fall, we want to have a playlist that signals to new players where to start. We feel like 6v6 control is the right starting place when introducing new friends to Destiny. We've added a weekly 6v6 rota and a weekly 4v4 rota. The rotator playlists are where modes like Clash, Supremacy, Mayhem, Lockdown, and Countdown will appear. We want to create some variety in the PvP experience from season to season, and one way we're going to do that is to bench some maps for the season. While they're at rotation, if time allows, you know, we will also hope to improve how they play by tweaking spawn areas, ammo spawns, and the overall structure of the maps to make them run better. The first four to be removed from all the playlists are Dead Cliffs, Legion's Gulch, Retribution, and Solitude. We also made a personal place, removing some maps from playlists where they don't shine. Equinox is now only in Scorched, Mayhem, and Breakthrough, and Firebase Echo is now only in Supremacy, Mayhem, and Breakthrough. While we are removing a few maps, we're also introducing Widow's Court, Twilight Gap, and the new map Fragment. Think Dreaming City meets the Infinite Forest. Not a fan of the Infinite Forest, so that's going to be an interesting one. There's also an image on screen as well. Elimination is also making a return in Destiny 2 via Crucible Labs. We'll be testing out multiple variants of elimination, rule sets, and settings to see how the mode plays with the new weapons and abilities of Destiny 2. Heavy ammo sharing. Heavy ammo is shared only in all 6v6 modes, and those crates have a sparkling effect to denote this. Once a player picks up heavy ammo, their teammate have a limited amount of time, currently 7 seconds. This is something we can tweak between seasons based on community feedback to interact with the same ammo crate to get heavy ammo. If the other team picked up the crate, it will turn red, indicating that you cannot pick it up during this period. When the time window expires, the crate respawns. Each player gets less heavy ammo from shared crates than they do from unshared crates in 4v4 and for 3v3 modes. The amount of ammo you receive from a crate is static and does not change based on how many teammates share the crate. Rank systems update. Streaks and flaws. Glory, Valor, and Infamy streaks have been made more resilient. Instead of resetting your streak, losses will now reduce your Valor and Infamy streaks by 1 and your Glory streak by 2. You can still lose glory, but if your rank is at or below Fabled, you can't lose glory. If doing so would drop you below that rank, each rank through Fabled acts as a floor for glory. Competitive matchmaking updates, skill and glory. Destiny has always tracked player skill behind the scenes, taking into account things like damage dealt and so forth. These factors all contribute to a player's skill rating. In Season 8, we've matched skill ratings to glory ranks with the lowest end of the scale mapping to Guardian 1 and the high end mapping to Legend. Most players are somewhere between these extremes. As you play in the survival playlist, the glory system will accelerate you to the rank that corresponds to your skill rating. If your current rank is below where your skill rating says you should be, you'll earn extra glory based on the criteria above, so you can get your expected rank faster and lose less glory so you don't fall farther away. Once you reach your expected rank, glory gains and losses will normalize. Meanwhile, your skill rating is continuously adjusting based on your performance, shifting the system's understanding of your expected rank and causing the glory system to respond by pulling you toward that rank. The result should be that over time, your glory rank will become an accurate reflection of your skill. It also means that teammates of different skill will experience different glory adjustments from the same survival match. When it comes to Crucible, matchmaking and hopper nodes are only half of the puzzle. Over the next 2 weeks, we'll be detailing sandbox changes which directly impact the meta that you'd find in our PvP environment. Sandbox update for Shadowkeep with abilities then. So let's just get straight into it then. You know, with Night Stalker, what have they done? Well, with Vanish, Smoke Bomb grants invisibility to allies. It gives it 1 stack of Heart of the Pack, newly revamped to all allies hit. Grants plus 34 to armor recovery and agility. Gives weapon reload speed and a handling max 3 stacks. And increases invisibility duration from 7 to 8 seconds. Provision. Killing tethered enemies creates super orbs and increases agility, armor, and recovery for allies. New perk, old perk benefits move to be part of Mobius Quiver. Damaging enemies with your grenade reduces the cooldown of your smoke bomb 6% per damage tick. Making allies invisible gives you grenade energy 17.5% per ally. Mobius Quiver. Fire super multiple times and deal massive damage to tethered targets. Added the All Provision perk to naturally be part of Mobius Quiver. Killing tethered enemies creates super orbs and grants stacks of Heart of the Pack for allies. Expanded the range of Heart of the Pack from 20 to 30 meters. Shadow Shot Super. Top and bottom half the damage is increased from 150 to 250. It's going to be a one-shot kill in PvP. Improved tether accuracy near obstacles. To press on hit is more consistent. So there you go. Sentinel, Code of the Protector, the top part of it then. Defensive Strike, melee ability that creates an overshield for nearby allies. All kills while the overshield is active grant melee energy for the player with the shield. Works for all allies you grant a shield to. This is based upon the enemy threat level from 5% minors to 25% players and bosses. Rallying Force, melee kills heal nearby allies. Healed buff from 10 health and 10 shields to 10 health and 20 shields with a 50% increase. Ward of Dawn, alternate super that creates a shield bubble. Increase ward health versus supers. Most supers will require the whole thing to be dumped on the ward to destroy it, but will usually not kill the player inside. Ward grants weapons of light buff when passing through it, 55% weapon damage for 15 seconds, and it will grant an additional super orb, 3 of them. Auto-generated orbs now grant the same amount of super energy as regular super orbs. Previously, the orbs gave less super energy on par with Masterwork orbs. Sentinel Bottom Tree then. Shield Bash. Shoulder charge that disorients nearby enemies. Now suppresses the target hit, and any enemy within 2 meters have to be basically right next to them though. Void Walker Bottom Tree. Nova Bomb leaves behind a damaging AoE pool. Initial explosion damage increased to 15% and lingering damage increased to 15%. Dawnblade Attunement of Grace. The Well of Radiance alternate super that creates a healing / buffing field for allies. Grants an additional super orb. Auto-generated orbs now grant the same amount of super energy as regular orbs. Previously, the orbs gave less super energy on par with Masterwork orbs. Nerfs then. What are the nerfs? Night Stalker Top Tree. Damage sharing for Night Stalker player specifically reduced from 100% to 50%. Now all ally players have 50% damage sharing on Tether. Night Stalker Middle Tree. Flawless Execution. True Sight now lasts 3 seconds, down from 9. Shattered Strike. After performing Flawless Execution, your melee attacks have a longer lunge range and weaken enemies. Advanced Warning. When we made the change to Flawless Execution, this also unintentionally nerfed this ability to only last 3 seconds. It was directly tied to the True Sight. We prepared a fix for the 4.6.1 patch to restore the weaken and lunge range increase to last the entire 9 seconds regardless of True Sight and invisibility status. There you go. Now they're going to be doing some stuff with instant reloading. And I'll basically tell you, and I don't know how people are going to feel about this. I think it's pretty good, but here we go. Titan Rally Barricades. Titan Rally Barricades ability now provides a large increase to reload speed for the duration of the effect. This ability no longer automatically raises your weapons from reserve, so you're just going to get an increase in reload speed. Warlock Rift / Well of Radiance. Doing faction proof now provide a large increase to reload speed for the duration of Well of Radiance. This exotic no longer automatically reloads your weapons from reserves. Super energy regeneration, so you know, just orbs and stuff like that and all that kind of stuff. They have actually received a bunch of changes. It's a change you're going to see on screen. New energy granted by super orbs. Super orbs is now at 7.143%. It's given a 50% reduction in energy granted. Masterwork orbs are now 2.5%, another 50% reduction. Kills give us a 25% reduction, and then they have some stats here regarding, you know, all the different type of enemies that we can go against and what the percentage are on, you know, how much super we're going to be generated from those, and assists as well right there. Now, damage multipliers. I'm going to read some of the goal out. For some of the previous ones I haven't, you know, read the goal, but this one I feel as if the goal is necessary to read out for you guys. At Destiny 2 launch, damage buffs were fairly sparse. There was Empowering Rift for a small increase, and you could combine it with a weakening effect such as Hammer Strike, but very little else. As time has gone on, we introduced Well of Radiance, Weapons of Light, Guardian Flame, Frontal Assault, etc. And combining these effects has resulted in player damage output far beyond what was previously available. Even with just a small amount of them, a player can go from 1-time damage to 3 times and beyond, causing there to be an extremely large gap between standard player output and theoretical output. By preventing the larger effects from stacking, we were able to keep each of them around without having to do something in response like raid boss health to compensate for these tactics, as well as create more of them. As an example, Lumina would not have been created in world where the damage bonus effect of noble rounds stacked with other damage effects, and these changes are similar in extension along those same lines. While the weakening effects never stacked, we also took a look at them and adjusted their values, as many of our more powerful units would simply evaporate when touched by one of them, but we compensated for that in other ways, such as either extending the duration of the effect, or in the case of Shadow Shot, making it affect power weapons. Player damage buffed. Player bonuses. Bonus damage effects that apply to all of a player's weapons simultaneously no longer stack I don't even know what that word is. The highest applicable bonus will be used instead. This does not affect single weapon buffs such as Rampage, Kill Clip, or exotic weapons that increase their own damage. These will stack again, I don't know how to say that word. Buffs that provide bonus damage will still exist simultaneously on the player, so in the event that the one with the highest multiplier wears off, the next highest will be used instead. This change affects the following weapons/abilities: Empower Rift, Frontal Assault, Guardian Flame, Sun Warrior, Inertia Override, Word of Radiance, Lumina, Noble Rounds, Weapons of Light. Notable exceptions: Vengeance, One-Eyed March, Frontal Assault. Bonus damage is now plus 20%, previously plus 25. Sun Warrior, previously 25, now 20. Previously 35 on Well of Radiance, now 25, and Weapons of Light was previously 25, and now the bonus damage is now 35. Enemy debuffs have been weakened. Shadow Shot, incoming PvE damage is now 30%, was 35. Incoming PvP damage is now 50%, was 55. The effect no longer excludes power weapons. Tractor Cannon Repulsor Force, incoming PvE damage is now 30% for all elements, was previously 33 plus 50 for non-void/void damage respectively. Incoming PvP damage is now 50% for all elements. It was previously 33%/50 for non-void/void damage respectively. Hammer Strike, incoming PvE damage is now 30%, previously 50%. Duration increased from 6 to 10 seconds in PvE. Shattering Strike, incoming PvE damage is now 30%, was previously 50%. Duration increased from 6 to 10 seconds in PvE. And there you go. There you go. We have super damage resistance changes as well. I mean, I'll put them on the screen here. You know, the lowest was 54%. It's now gone to 49%. For Nova Warp, Thunder Crash, Play Barrage, Nova Bomb, Well of Radiance. Medium is 56%, gone to 51%. Hammer Assault and Daybreak. And the highest ones, Fist of Havoc, Burning Maul, Sentinel Shield, Arc Staff, Arc Lightning, and Shadow Shot has gone from 60 to 53%. And other that have been unchanged, Spectral Blades 52%, so that's 54.4, Golden Gun, and Chaos Reach. Next week we'll be taking a look at how your arsenal of weaponry will be changing. Now then, I can get to the armor sets. I'm not going to go over these too, slowly. I'm just going to put them on screen. You guys can see for yourself. As you can see right here on screen, we have the Moon set for the Titan, Hunter, and Warlock. Assuming, this is for all activities on Moon. So, it's just going to be like getting armor from a vendor on any other planet. I'm guessing the vendor is going to be Eris for the Moon. So there you guys go for that. Here we have the raid set from the Garden of Salvation. Of course, you have ornaments or glows on there, shall I say, with those. I'm hoping you can take them off. Me personally, I'm not a fan of too much glow stuff. I like clean looking armor. Hopefully you can take that off. Here is the substitutional armor set. This is acquired from seasonal activities, free season rank rewards, and premium season rank rewards. Just a basic looking armor set. Here we have the Phenotype Plasticity Universal Ornament set, acquired from premium season rank rewards, and this looks shiny. That's all I can say. Here we have the new Iron Banner set for the Titan, Hunter, and Warlock, looking pretty clean this time around. I quite like this set for the Iron Banner. I haven't really been a fan too much of the previous ones, but this one actually looks alright. And then here we have the Eververse Store set, which is the Empyrean Cartographer Universal Ornament set. As you can see right there, it's looking pretty crazy as well. That Titan helmet though, looking quite nuts. In addition to all this, the currently available armor sets will drop as Armor 2.0 version when Shadowkeep launches. And then, on screen, I'll just put a couple of them. You can pause it because I don't want this video to be too long. I'll put different sections on all the different armor that is going to be changing. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That is pretty much it when it comes to this week at Bungie and all the the main important stuff. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. I haven't done a Destiny 2 informational video in a very, very long time, and this one's quite a long one. Hopefully you stayed to the end. Who knows? If you did, type down Hashtag shadow keep if you stayed to the end. If you didn't, you know, it doesn't really matter. Either way, hopefully you have enjoyed. Leave a like if you have. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Comment down below your thoughts on these changes, and I'll see you all on the next video.